Hey guys, how's it going? So today I thought I'd do a little video of the three things you need before going full driving. So a lot of things are optional when you go full driving, but there's three main things that I think you should highly consider getting before you set out on your first trip. So the first thing on the list is a tyre pressure gauge. So when you're full driving, you need to reduce your tyre pressures. I usually go 40 psi on road in my tyres, which are mud terrains, and then the rule I go off is about half. So I drop my tyre pressures to about 20 psi when I go off road, just to allow that tyre to bag out and absorb the bumps a bit better, and also you gain a lot more traction because the tyre is wider in diameter as it contacts the ground. So that is definitely a starting point. So get yourself a tyre pressure gauge, so when you drop your tyre pressures you can know where your pressures are at. And the other thing to go with the tyre pressure gauge is some sort of thing to drop your tyre pressures. So you can use a stick, which is the primitive way of doing it, or you can use these little wind-on air releases, which just screw onto the valve and just release the air. It's really up to you, I guess. But the main thing is that you have a pressure gauge and you can check what your tyre pressures are at. Now the second thing, this is if you plan on going full driving in a group or with other people, or you need to communicate with other people if you get stuck. The second thing on the list is a UHF. Handheld's fine. The in-car units are obviously even better for long range, like I've got here. So I've got the big UHF aerial there on the front of the car, and then inside the car I've got the little unit that controls it. So this little unit here with a little microphone and speaker built in. So that's really good, and I'd say that's probably one of the best things you can do if you plan on going full driving, is in either installing a UHF or getting a handheld. So if you do get into trouble, you can contact somebody and hopefully get out, because yeah, it would suck to not be able to contact anybody if you get stuck out there. And now this is going to be the third thing on the list, and the most important thing, I'd say, recovery gear. So I'd say recovery gear is the most important thing that you could have before you set out on your first full drive trip. No matter how easy or hard it is, you just never know what you're going to get into when you get out there. And sometimes you take the track less travelled and it turns out to be a big recovery. So recovery gear we've got here. So this is a dampening blanket for a winch strap or snap strap, so that's a really good idea. And these little recovery hitches, they just go into your tow ball where your tow hitch would go. Put the pin through, and then you've got a D-shackle off the back of your tow bar, which is awesome. Probably one of the best ways of attaching the snatch strap to your car. And then I'd also say a couple of extra D-shackles. Now I've got two straps. This one's not really rated for my car, so I don't use it. But this big heavy duty one is rated more than what my car weighs. So that's the one that I use. And then these guys, everyone knows them, Max Tracks, or some type of track to get yourself out of sand or bog, mud bog or anything. They're pretty handy. And to go with your recovery kit, handy shovel is always welcome when you get stuck, because there's nothing worse than being stuck somewhere where you could have got out or dug yourself out of without having a shovel. So if you got one on board, happy days. There's always that chance that you can get yourself out with a lot of digging and packing. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a little video for you guys. It's just a quick one. That's the things that I'd recommend to anybody getting into four-wheel driving, is to grab those 3 things before you set out on your adventure. So yeah, just let me know what you think of the list that I've put together of those 3 things. So recovery gear, a tyre pressure gauge and tyre deflators, and then also the UHF or communication device. And if you've got any other ideas, just drop your 3 in the comments and let everybody else know what you think they should have before they go four-wheel driving, because it'll help everybody else out as well. So that'd be great. Just want to say thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked this video, and check out some of my other four-wheel driving videos and see what you think. Yeah, thanks. Cheers.